Good morning, friends and family. Rise and shine. So, I'm going to do something unique this morning. This video is going to be a little bit longer than they normally are, and that's only because I'm going to share my testimony with you guys. I'm going to share with you what happened to me and how I was able to respond to it and from it. And I think that a lot of times when people are listening to someone who is optimistic and enthusiastic and has what appears to be things figured out, they think that this person may not have a significant traumatic experience, or they may not have had as rough of a time as I've had. And I believe that we all have our rough stuff. And so I don't want to discount anybody's valley. I want to share my valley with you, and it's probably the lowest point in my life. I've written it down because I know that I'll get off track if I don't read it to you. And so it'll take me just a couple of minutes to read it to you. But for those of you who don't know me and have never met me, this right here is what happened to me and how I've responded to it and how it changed my life. And so without further ado, it's 2004 and I'm driving to meet my future boss for a round of golf. It's early in the morning and it's still dark outside. I'm in a good mood because I've landed a new coveted job with the largest subprime lender in the world as an account executive. I'm about halfway to the course when my life takes a turn I never could have imagined. I pull up to a red light and suddenly I see a bright flash right outside my driver's side window, coupled with the unmistakable sound of a gunshot. Immediately, I go numb from the waist down, and within just a few moments, I realize my seat is filling up with blood. The bullet has gone through my door, pierced my side just above my left hip, and lodged in my spinal canal at L4 and L5. I'm paralyzed from the waist down. My car takes off like it's been shot out of a cannon because the full weight of my right leg is now pressing on the gas pedal. Just about when the speedometer hits 70, I grab my pants leg and lift my leg and drop it on the brake pedal. My car proceeds to lock up the tires and I fishtail down the middle of the road until I come to a stop. Blood's everywhere and I manage to drag myself out of the car, and I'm crawling on my hands and arms, trying to get out of the middle of the road. Cars are just flying by me as if though they don't even see me. So I'm laying in the street in a puddle of my own blood, and I tell the Lord that I'm ready to meet him. I'm 32 years old at this time. And I'm saying, Lord, I'm ready to meet you. Please take care of my wife, Sammy. We had only been married for a couple of years. I'm in excruciating pain, and it surges through my body every time my heart beats. The nerves at the bottom of my spine have been shredded with bullet fragments. Shortly thereafter, I'm being care flighted to the hospital. I black out, and when I wake up, there's a huge tube running down my throat, breathing for me. I have tubes coming out of my neck, my arms, my abdomen, and my back. I'm freezing one moment and sweating the next. I have multiple surgeries, and I'm placed in protective custody in the ICU. They never caught the guys. I remember waking up the day after my first surgery, and my wife's holding my hand, which still has blood dried around my fingernails, and it was my new, shocking, brutal reality. The neurosurgeon walks into my room on day 3 and says, "I'm sorry, Mr. Plummer, but you may never walk again, and if you do, you'll likely require a walker or a cane." In the moment, I didn't realize what I did, but I responded boldly and calmly, "Ma'am, I'm going to walk out of this hospital." And she smiled with pity at me, knowing that I didn't understand the level of damage that had been done to my spine, or the depth of the surgeries that I had already been through, or the one that I would soon endure. The odds of me walking out of the hospital were zero in her mind, and I was still paralyzed from the waist down at this moment. 10 days later, with the help of a walker, I walked out of the hospital. It took me years to realize what I had done. I had spoken my future into existence. I believed that what I said with 100% confidence, regardless of the reality of my then circumstances, which at the time seemed very dire. I never even considered my fate being in the hands of the surgeon or anyone else. My breakthrough came when I realized that I had the power to speak my future into existence so long as I believed it. I recognized that believing is seeing, not the other way around. It's a powerful biblical truth that has served me well. There were many obstacles that I had to overcome mentally, emotionally, physically, relationally, and financially. It was a long recovery and extremely hard on my marriage. However, it would prove to be a catalyst in my life, a source of strength. It would define determination and require my dependence on others who would help me. Everything changes when something tragic happens, but I refuse to let it be the end of me. I was a victim, but I recognize that I did not want that to be my identity. I had and still have physical issues to this very day, along with surgical scars on my abdomen, my back, and bullet holes in my side that I see every morning and I see every night. However, I've spoken in front of thousands of people and I've counseled many who have gone through something traumatic in their lives. I've experienced breakthrough, success, renewed confidence, growth, and wisdom from it. I've turned it into fuel and I've used it to get better. And I want to help others get better too. And so that's my testimony. And I wanted to share it with you guys this morning. For those of you who don't know me, I just want you to understand that I've been in the valley too. I understand what it's like to have a reason to not hope. But I also want you to understand that there's always, always a reason to hope. And so I hope that this blesses you. I hope that you recognize my heart in this. My heart is to help you, is to lift you up and to encourage you. I don't care what it is that you're going through. There is the other side. It's not your identity. It's not who you are. The things that you've been through are not who you are. I'm not a victim. You don't have to be a victim. And so I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you're blessed by it. I hope you have a great Monday today. I'm sorry for the lengthy video, but I wanted to share this with you guys. And this is the only way that I knew that I could do it. So I hope that you were blessed by it. I hope that you're encouraged by it. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.